Before we start, I would like to ask you to like and subscribe. We also have our podcast on Spotify in case you prefer listening to them that way. Now, let's get to it. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Prolonged Fast podcast episode. Today we are here to talk about architecture, where it's been, where it's going, where it's come, and what we feel about it. With us today we have Victor.
Hello,
Yay.
everyone.
Engin.
Woo!
Woo!
Hi everybody.
Yay.
Hello.
Woo!
And Zide.
Hello,
Yay.
hello.
Hello, Side.
You
Suicide,
know when
man.
I'm like doing the cheer, I'm actually like doing like the cheering movement with my hands. I don't know why, no one can see it, but
Oh,
Me too. I'm like
adds to the atmosphere.
silently clapping next to the
Yeah.
microphone.
Okay, so Victor, Victor,
oh my
stop.
god. Okay.
Oh my God, stop! No, it hurts. It hurts. Um. Okay,
All
so
right.
yeah, we're
Hello everybody.
Victor
Today
and
we are
Engin have
talking
already
about
found some
weird
images of modern
architecture.
architecture.
Oh no, not weird.
No,
Just
you guys,
modern.
you
This
guys,
is all.
What
one at a time, ladies
accent
and
is that?
gents. One at a time.
Okay,
Okay,
so
who wants to introduce the topic?
what's the hold on? What's this? What's the specific name of this? Let me try and go and find the actual episode name.
Or in case you guys didn't hear, because they both spoke at the same time, we're talking about
No, you're gonna spoil it. We need to
the fu-
introduce the episode name. I'll cut
the.
this out. I'll cut this out. Let Nicholas find it.
Jeez,
He's gonna make a cool interest.
Now,
A
now
cool,
it's really
interesting
getting
intro.
like puffed up. It's gonna be a letdown no matter what I do. You're
Yeah,
really setting me
Nicholas,
up for
you're
failure
ruining
here.
everything. It better be the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Well,
Hey,
Drumroll,
I
ladies
better,
and
please.
gentlemen,
I
give it
better
up
be in awe.
for the juxtaposition of modern and old architecture.
Oh, wasn't that cool? I thought it was gonna be like an interesting pun or something.
No, it's not. I didn't make that one. I didn't make the topic up, so it's not punny. I could have made it punny, but I didn't
Oh.
have time because you threw me under the bus, or I guess the column. Seeing as we're talking about architecture.
Remember what shadow I was going through? But for a possible music episode, we could do hot Grammys in your area. Cause like
What
the
the
Grammy
heck?
Awards. It
What
was
if I
something
just-
Nicholas said, and I read
What
it
if
as
someone-
Grammys, but it was grannies.
What if we just confuse it for grannies and just talk about hot grannies in
Okay,
our area?
Okay,
now
Victor,
our
maybe we
architecture
don't do that
talks
episode.
about hot Grammys. Let's move on from this.
I
I'll
want to
cut
do
that
the hot
off.
Grammy episode now.
Shut up.
Yeah, whenever Victor's talking, just generally assume that it should be cut out.
No, I need to be in the
Yeah.
episode.
But yeah, so everyone has a relationship with architecture, whether it be in in like a purely practical sense, you know, the way that your house is made, the way that it makes you behave.
me don't. Me live in
Right.
cave.
Well, then you have
Isolated
relationship with
from
the architecture
normal
of-
society.
I do not. I live in a computer ship.
Get
well,
out!
then you the digital architecture of the design of the computer. is
I am
weird.
from the future.
No, you're not.
Shut up, bitch.
But yeah, even if you don't think about it as like a beauty or like a looks thing, there's still tons that architecture has to do with your life. But we're specifically talking about what kind of architecture is popular nowadays and what kind of styles we've had before and what we think about these styles. What we
And
think
also-
about these styles.
And also like how the current, like how media has influenced like architecture and everything. It's crazy.
Not
So,
really.
so yeah,
It is.
I think there's like
Because
a-
I don't think
It's-
this this Among Us building wouldn't have existed
Without
what-
Among Us? Okay, Victor.
without social media.
That's a bad example. I'm pretty sure it wasn't meant to look like Among Us.
I'm pretty sure they
So
meant it
help us
for it to
God.
be. And who decided to make square cube houses on top of a building? Like
Ugh, clearly Minecraft inspired. Diagonal cubes.
Yeah. Didn't exist until Notch invented them. Everyone knows this.
Everything was circle before. Don't you know?
Yeah.
hmm
It was only after the great sliding of 1907 happened that people realized they needed an alternative. an entire the city just slid off because all the
Slitty.
slitty, shut up. All the buildings were spherical. So like all the buildings rolled off into the
Spherical?
ocean. Yeah. When
It's not
started,
spherical.
they're spherical. Shut up. Let me tell my story. Get to get one
Sorry.
sentence out. Right? Ah, spherical. I thought you meant spherical.
Go ahead. Sorry about that.
Well, actually,
I give up. Anyways, moving on.
Oh, this is
Um,
my face one.
I think actually we can start with very often. There's a place called Erasmusburg. That's hilarious. Okay, very often,
Sounds hilarious.
people think of like, because there's a lot of different like generic kind of city urban styles. We have like car focused infrastructure and architecture design. Then we have like more like human and like general person focus. And like many times the Netherlands is brought up as like, oh, everyone can go biking around or whatever. However, I think there's also a very good example of the opposite, specifically in the Netherlands. The city of Rotterdam is horrifying. And the reason for that is because in the Second World War it got like completely bombed. So like when they rebuilt it in the 50s, they were like, yes, this city will be for cars. And you have like that sort of urban planning mixed with, I don't know, more modern architectural styles to get a very unfortunate city.
Yeah, that building with like the diagonal cubes
That's
on
in
top is
Rotterdam.
actually in Rotterdam. Yeah.
Rotterdam.
Yeah, they liked Minecraft so much.
Mm.
They love my
It's the Nether, guys.
I just
It's the Netherlands.
so the Netherlands, yeah, literally. I just okay.
Yeah, it is a very
I'm
urbanized
sorry.
city.
This is not nice. Like, look at those towers. What are they? Why are they built like
They
that?
have this cool shopping mall though. Oh, the towers were gonna look normal, but mid-construction they started sliding, so they ended up like that.
This is what happened.
There was a
before
fight going on, and
Notch
someone
invented
like cut
cubes.
the building in half. It's like, shoo! And then, like that part slid off.
It slid.
Oopsie doopsies.
Oh yeah, I saw
Yeah.
these things.
So
I haven't seen this
Oh, no,
shopping
what is
center, by the way. The weird arched
Oh
one.
my!
Wow.
Why? Generic apartment building number 29. They're not really given any free reign at all by the construction companies to do anything. But then also when they are given free reign, it's mostly these sort of like attention-seeking, ooh, architecture is really like being an artist stuff. But the thing is, modern art is all about, ooh, because art doesn't have to be beautiful to be art. Let's make it very ugly because that makes it more artistic. So let's make it meaningful. It's a statement because it's all really ugly looking.
I think that one arch is an apartment, but it also has a market square in it.
People live in there?
Yeah,
Wow.
I think so.
Oh my god. That's like dystopian.
where do they live?
Inside of like the shopping mall, I suppose. Yes.
Inside
The
of the
whole
arch.
building is an
Wait.
apartment. It's just that the
There's
middle area is like a market square.
Is that considered architecture?
Well, yeah,
That's
it is.
considered evil.
I like the emoji one. That's my favorite thing they've done in the past centuries.
Oh, that's the dome. Is it in Las Vegas?
I have no idea where it is. I know there's a big emoji somewhere.
The sphere.
You know what I know?
The
There's
sphere.
you
a
know?
big bean somewhere.
Big bean.
Yeah.
I'm gonna search up
Oh,
big
wait, it's
bean.
not even the bean. It's called Cloud Gate. Oh, my bad.
That's
Cloud Gate.
also.
Oh
Why
wait.
is that a thing?
Where?
Not what?
What? The big bean or the
Why?
emoji?
Which one?
The cloud gate. Why? It's so
Oh.
not nice looking. Like ooh, it reflects the crap. Like at least if the thing it was reflecting looked nice, but it's just
They spend like hours
Tiles.
of man work daily to clean pigeon poop off of that thing.
Of the bean.
Yeah, off the
Oh.
bean.
The bean.
Speaking of
bean.
giant beans,
Yeah.
the Heinz Big Bean. This is irrelevant.
Oh. No, I don't think we can
Don't
show that
ever
on video,
show that
guys.
again.
Point that
Wait,
Is it
that's
too
too
dangerous?
much. That's-
the big
yeah,
bean.
YouTube
Heinz.
would flag us.
Censor the whole screen.
Okay, for those listening, this sounds bad, but it's just like this really big bean. Baked bean.
It's just a weird.
It's just like
Giant-
imagine a whole
yeah.
Big-
can
Big
of
baked
of-
bean.
of Heinz beans, but like one singular. Like they all form together to be one big one.
Yeah, anyways, can't believe they
I
made
guess we
beans
can
this
actually
big.
do around seeing like what kind of architectural styles we all prefer.
Ooh.
This is definitely my ball is in the Art Nouveau part. In some places
Nouveau.
it's called like Jugend style in like the Germanic world. Like
Ooh.
look at that. That's what I'm looking
Oh
for.
my, oh my.
But there's you can't see anything.
What building is that?
Can you see the whole
Where?
building?
I'm actually not sure what the specific building is.
I only see like.
I think this is in Riga.
Art Nouveau.
Where's that?
Victor, how dare you? We have, I don't know, like, I'm sure we have multiple viewers coming in from Riga, Latvia, and they're very
Oh,
offended
Riga.
right now.
Oh, I thought you
And
said
should
in Riga,
apologize.
and I was like, in Riga. I was like, huh?
Yeah, in
Ah.
Riga. Two
But
separate
my-
words, Victor.
My brain thought it was Uhtusan.
Connected in Riga.
Oh, is this the same
Uh,
mosque with the ceiling? I just sent. I'm sending. It's a little slow.
Ooh.
This is my type of architecture right here.
Ooh, I think that bottom one is the Selimia Mosque.
Ah, okay. It's not the same. No, it looks
Hey, where-
similar. Yeah,
what
just
is
'cause there's
this
the dome.
building?
the
Everyone
pattern.
has like pictures of this
In-
building. What's the building called?
In Edirne, Turkey.
Come on.
Ah,
I want
okay.
to know what it is.
I don't know.
It doesn't have a name. It's just this building on like a street.
It has a name,
Ooh.
buddy. It has a name.
Or
It's
does
it's
it?
Real Neku Street 4A. That's the address.
We can give it a name now. We can call it the big blue.
The big blue.
The big blue. The,
The
big
big-
blue building.
Big bluey. The big blue
I
building.
mean, it's so nice though. Like it's so nice to look at.
What
Mhm.
is?
That
oh,
that's
the one
that's
in
pretty
Riga?
good.
I have like a slightly bigger picture of it. The bigger, I mean, like more has in the picture.
Mm-hmm. So it
Seems
is-
like it's the same guy. Same guy who
it
took
is
the
a lot
picture.
of,
Went a little bit more right.
a lot of statues and like very ornamental facade. This Art Nouveau.
Yeah, it has like, and like the tiles.
You
it
know
has,
that's
like,
a
tiles
Minecraft
because
mod?
it's blue. It has that sort of like. Shut up, Victor. It's Ars Nouveau, not Art Nouveau.
No, it's pronounced Art Nouveau. Something like those lines. You don't say like the endings.
Not-
Realism
not got
wouldn't
anything
even
to
be
do with it.
bad if
Shut
they
up.
like just painted it. Just looks like those Soviet
Yeah, what is,
apartment complexes.
this
because-
is
Oh,
the UK
no.
National Theatre, by the way. It's
No.
so bad.
Why is it built like that?
It just reminds me of the Macbeth play that we went to watch. It just gives me that feeling.
Oh, you guys don't want to know about the Macbeth play.
What?
It looks
Just
like
this-
it
Nicholas
actually
here-
looks like something you would see in 1984, like a sort of like
Oh,
the
oh
soulless
no.
evil government building. You know, like no paint, no color.
Oh.
It just
Yeah.
Nicholas went on a like
why?
3-day rant about the Macbeth play.
Oh,
And we had to listen
but
to
yeah,
it.
these buildings look really bad just because they're not painted or anything at all. Because it's grey concrete. They're not like
Hmm.
that bad. Like I get the apartment complexes and stuff are bad because like I don't know, just because the way they're designed to be lived in is like I don't know, isolated little apartment communities where
Mm.
I mean not really a community because no one like talks to each other or anything.
I'm just looking at some art in the phone because it's really nice.
This is the National Assembly
Anyway.
building in Bangladesh.
What about this image where they
National
compare
Assembly?
like previous and after?
No, what? Are you serious?
Oh,
Oh my god! What's wrong with these people? Why?
What
Those
are
are all
you?
nice buildings. Now they
Oh,
all
on
look
the-
like they
on
were
the
made
left.
by Stalin.
no. That town hall looks amazing. All of those town halls. Amazing. And the fact
It's
that it's
also
like, it's this town hall as well, like
tile
a
and
place
brick.
of community and meeting is. It would be nice to have it be
Yeah,
this
it's
sort of.
meant to be a little
Mm.
ostentatious, a little, you know.
Oh.
The public deserves nice things sometimes, okay?
Every once in a while.
Like, but look, seriously though, like it's just having like brick and tile adds like those small little details. It makes it look so much nicer. Whereas when it's just all like one long concrete slab,
Mm.
it's just so soulless. And ugh.
I don't
And
think.
it's just none of it's painted in like nice
I'm
colors.
pretty
It's
sure.
all just like ugly
I'm-
gray.
I'm pretty sure the after images are not the same buildings. Pretty sure there's just different buildings.
Yeah,
This looks
definitely.
funny.
I think
Because I searched the
probably-
Newcastle Town Hall and
Oh, I
it's
don't
not.
think they like
not the
demolished
right
the
image.
buildings just to. I think it's what the towns like the buildings.
I think
serve
it's
the
just
same
like
purpose.
comparing like old
Mm.
I
architecture
assume they
with
just
new
sold
architecture.
off like their town hall to like some.
What is that, Engen? What is
It's
the
a
fucking mine?
like
Oh,
a sea
would-
mine.
Who would make like a house out of it?
I would.
You think this is why
It looks
architects
like a-
should not be artists? It's because it's
Oh.
not art. It's public service. You're making things look nice for other people, not for yourself. There's no deep hidden inner meaning of the art. Screw you. It's meant to look nice. That's the only purpose.
But what if
That
they
and actually
think
be
that's
livable,
nice?
I guess, but you know. Well, then they're ill.
Then get out!
Get out of here!
Yeah, then they need to be shot. Okay.
But what if they really believe it's nice?
Well, then I really believe the bullet will cure them of that delusion.
Oh,
Oh. What do you rate like the tallest building in the world? Like the Dubai.
Burj
Burj-
Khalifa.
Burj Khalifa?
Yeah, the
Aren't they-
Khalifa one.
Wasn't Saudi
hate it.
Arabia or someone building like the Jeddah Tower?
Isn't that like
To-
top tier architecture?
No,
Is
it was
this-
ugly.
Is it in? Oh, what's the?
Oh, it's the Jeddah
It's one
Tower.
of the holy cities that like Saudi Arabia has. They have like this like huge clock tower. It's like
Ah, in Mecca.
20 million
Yes.
times the size of Big Ben or whatever, and it's just kind of there. And
This
it's
is
very
one
much
strange
that, like,
obsession to make like
we are a
tallest
dictatorship
possible
that has money.
buildings.
Yeah. It's literally just like we are dictatorship with lots of money. Look at us having big buildings.
Mm. I feel like a lot.
And
In
okay,
Finland-
other thing. Most skyscrapers look ugly as hell.
One
They're-
thing
they're
I-
not nice to
One
look
thing
at.
I realized is that like the more I don't know if this is true, but from my experience, the more west you go into the world, the bigger, like the taller the buildings are. Well, not true, like for some, like Dubai and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like
Definitely.
in Finland,
You-
you don't see
you-
any like tall buildings, like
In
maximum.
Dubai,
In-
still there's a
in
lot
Europe,
of
it's, like,
skyscrapers.
so rare.
Yeah.
Dubai
the
is
exception
just
is Dubai.
skyscrapers and suburbs.
But you don't
Dubai-
see like you don't see like really tall structures in Syria.
Mhm.
No,
like-
Dubai is an exception because it's
Yeah.
like
Really rich.
really close to America, the West
Mhm.
It's
in general.
it's like skyscraper. The thing is, you don't really ever need skyscrapers unless it's like Hong Kong or something, because
Mhm.
they're not actually
Islands.
space efficient.
Yeah.
Like they're not at all. They're really space inefficient. Like the amount of
What?
space created, the
What?
office space, residential space, it doesn't actually. And this is the thing. If you're a country that's literally made of desert, like 99% of your country is just unpopulated desert, you do not need a skyscraper for anything.
Mm.
But they build them anyways because Western tourists come along and they're like, oh, it's so nice.
They
Ooh,
build
doesn't
islands for
sound how
fun.
now.
What's
can't
your
wait
opinions
for the
on
day
the
when, like, we
Saudi
stop using
Arabia
oil
mirror
and all of,
wall?
like, Saudi Arabia dies.
Mirror wall?
No,
Yeah.
What's the
that
mirror wall?
project.
Oh, the
Isn't it from
line, this thing.
What
one
is
end
this?
It's the line. It's gonna be
of
some like
Africa to the other?
neo society living space.
Didn't they already cancel this? I swear they
They might
tried and
have.
it like obviously won't work because like it's
I think
stupid
they're
as all
still.
hell.
What's the idea
don't
for this
know.
project?
Just a
It's
big
just a
wall
linear
city.
They were like, oh, how do we fix the problem of urban sprawl? Well, what if we make the city one long line so it has like one axis, so like one train can just go along it all the time, and it's literally the stupidest thing I've ever heard of in my life.
What?
Construction
You
for the
can
line has started.
You can only move an X.
It's just like
Only in
multi-layered line,
longitude.
and then like you just go back and forth. There's no like left or right.
What if you wanna like jiggle?
No.
Get out of the mirrors. And why are they mirrors of all wall?
So they
objects?
reflect the sunlight to
Reflect
opposing
sunlight?
countries.
So
and,
they like burn themselves?
No, they burn everyone else. It's so it
Well,
doesn't
like
get heat.
It
I
goes
guess it's so that
inside
the
as
building
well.
doesn't get too hot.
Oh, yeah, I guess,
Does it
but
reflect
you have
it?
like foliage and stuff on top, I guess, so it doesn't go in that much.
Bro,
like-
this is like one of those
It's
like
a really stupid idea. If you
dystopian
could just build a city.
worlds.
This is like unimaginably expensive,
Scary.
unimaginably stupid, unimaginably bad in every way. How do you?
I understand, Nicholas. I don't know how you could possibly come up
Like,
with
everything about
such an
this
idea.
is so dumb.
How was this greenlit from one person to the other?
Well,
How
this is the
how
thing.
did the higher ups
There's
think that
some
this?
idiot came along and was like, oh, you know,
This is a
Saudi
town
Arabian
hall in
Prince Mohammed bin
Kahramanmaraş in
Salman, we have
Turkey.
lots of money, let's build this amazing thing. And then he was like, yes, amazing thing. And then they were like, let's build it. And then someone along the line said, this is insane, and then that guy probably got thrown out the window. I just...
I tried
These just
doing
look
it.
like cartoon buildings.
Okay, but like, these buildings, though their weird shapes are
Why?
so space inefficient.
It's like, is that like a couch, one of those like beanbag sofas?
Yeah, it is. You can sit on it. It's actually pretty small. Ignore all the trees. Help, my building's unzipped.
That's
I
really
hate
cool.
that. I
Oh, do you know that one
It's cool
building?
until you live there and the building
know
starts
that-
falling.
yeah, it's cool
Okay.
until you have like
Do you know that one building here, around the Tampere, where it's like full of moss, like surrounded by moss? That's the only like
Oh, vines.
Oh,
yeah,
that,
Yeah, Vine. that one. That's like the
that-
only building that I remember has like
Taco
unique architecture.
taco building and Metsa board taco
Is it
board
what's it
mill.
called? Taco board build?
TAKO. Metsa taco board mill.
This looks like the,
The
building
one-
stayed out in the sun for too long and started melting.
This is the one
Metsa.
near Sorinaukyo that you can see from there.
Yeah.
what's
Wait.
happening? Why did they
Yes.
make it like this? Why?
But
It
you
doesn't
cannot.
look
It's
good.
not.
It looks like the buildings are like dancing. They're like mid jig.
I see it that well, but there is the vines growing on the side of the building.
I don't understand why. And there's the other thing. When you go around, it's always these like old buildings, and then you like when it's like, okay, but why don't we build more beautiful buildings? People are like, yeah, but like housing
Yeah,
is so
on the
expensive
right.
already. Like, why should we?
You know that one
make them more
American.
expensive houses? We used to be able to afford it. Damn it, we used to be able to do it.
Oh yeah,
But
this
no, we
building.
can't do it anymore.
And then only after they built it, they realized it looked
No.
not so appropriate.
No.
Right.
Did they not have the blueprints for that, or
Like,
think
did
they
no
never-
one
Did
just
not-
think about the bird's eye view?
how did they not notice that?
It's a navy base
Oh.
too.
Oh my god.
Oh my, oh my.
Someone
Yeah, I think
on that planning
They just
team
never looked
was
up
like secretly a Nazi,
from up to down.
and they were like, I'll be able to sneak it in, and somehow no one else noticed.
Have they removed that yet, or is it just still
But
there?
how is it even possible? They could not have not realized, right?
Yeah, how
They
did you
have
not notice
blueprints
that?
of the
Did you
building.
not ever look at it and think like, huh, that's an odd shape?
I mean, I think the Nazi symbol means like something else in like other parts of the world.
Definitely,
Although
it
I
Like
definitely
think
only
does.
technically
after.
not the Nazi symbol because it's like not tilted, but still, it's obviously like the sussy symbol.
Oh, apparently the architect says it's 4 L-shaped buildings and not a swastika. But like,
Ah,
people can make
okay
connections,
then.
you know.
Four
No,
L-shaped
that's literally like
buildings.
I'm not hiring.
Pattern
I'm just
seeking
lifting
brain.
my hand
Hello.
in like a 45-degree angle upwards. Yeah, you're describing a swastika. That's kind of the problem.
4 L's emerging from the same point. At right angles.
Why would
to
you even
one
want to
another.
design buildings like that?
Oh, it's the
I
same.
do.
I mean, yeah, they don't even look that useful. Just fill in the gaps, no? Like, why does it have to be L-shaped?
I feel like you could use those gaps to just make it a part of the building as well.
Just
No.
make a big building.
Mm-hmm.
Make it bigly big.
Just one big
Big-
building.
And then you can have like the park instead, and then you can get rid of the parking lot of like a million cars around it. It literally looks like they're just like a kind of weird copy paste render made around the building because the parking lots are just like that's it. It's just parking lot and like the same line of cars in every damn direction. Get rid of that and then have that be the nice park area and like tell people that they need to walk a little bit, huh?
Yep. Architecture, man. Dude, can we talk about digital architecture?
No, we can't.
Pharisees.
Smackdown.
Oh my goodness, why are there so
Ooh,
many
I
of
think
them?
I don't know what the name for it is. But is it eclectic?
Huh?
Let me see.
Eclecticism.
Okay, I keep getting this image, and it's
Eclecticism.
really ticking me off.
Ooh, that is really nice. I do
I
like a bit of
think-
that
eclecticism.
is.
I think I don't know if this is a
How do you enter the
part of
building?
it, but I love the Palace of Versailles.
Oh,
When I was
Oh,
looking at
yeah,
manners and
Yeah, it's like
other
that
mansions.
sort of like Baroque, Rococo, like eclectic, that all that like kind of folds into like this sort of like ornamentation,
Yeah,
facades,
from looking
and
at like
stone. This is another thing. Use stone. Don't
Oh
use
my word.
concrete.
Hmm.
one thing that I've realized, like as time went on, like new century arrives and stuff, or like a bit before as well. A bit
did you
before.
realize this like as the new century arrived? You were
I
here
kinda-
from the 1900s.
Yeah, I was here from the beginning of time.
Why-
It's been here
Y2K.
around for a while.
These like we've replaced like stone with like glass, and that's like our new favorite building
Yeah,
equipment.
everything is steel and glass. Everything.
And then it's just like a big like cube of
That's true.
glass,
You don't really even see brick buildings.
and there's like no like
nowadays.
Bloods be
No.
thinking they bout to go on an adventure through Middle Earth.
Well, I
and
think
one
Hobbits.
one thing you can do with
The
like
Shire.
those are the ugliest hobbit holes I've ever seen in my life.
one thing you can do with like rock and like concrete is that
Rock
you
and
can, like,
Rock and
Stone.
stone.
you can you can carve it and shape it into like
galactic.
unique shapes, and with glass and like steel you can't really, well, steel maybe,
Yeah.
but you can't really do that with glass.
And
Glass.
with
it would
glass, you don't
take-
get like engravings and stuff. And I think this is generally
Mm.
because we've lost the idea of buildings as like artisan work of beauty, and they've just become like a pure business utility where companies will just like crap out buildings so they can like sell them off to like Airbnb or whatever, and it's like, you know, they don't need to be nice. They don't need to look good. They just need to exist, and we
What-
need to like be
bro.
legally able to house people inside them.
Hmm.
Okay, I really
think-
hate this building, the Bubble Palace in France. Oh, is it just a single
No.
house too?
Is it all connected?
I think
Oh
it
my
is because
God.
it's on sale for
Oh, wow.
335 million.
335 million
Million?
for that shit. For you
No.
living Among Us houses.
You
The
have to
inside
pay
doesn't
money
actually
to
look
live in
bad.
that house.
From the inside, it actually looks nice because you get lots of
Oh.
natural light and stuff. Don't ask
Hmm.
me
What
why
about
those
the
chairs
exterior?
look like that.
It's
but-
like someone asked, like, yeah, where do you live? I was like, yeah, I live in the Among Us.
no,
It
but it looks
looks like
so
a Star
weird
Wars house
because
from the
all these
inside.
bubble buildings are like not bubble windows are like jutting out, and it looks like pimples. It looks like lumps
Ooh.
with pimples on them. It's so weird.
Mhm. You don't want to live in this building if you have is it trypophobia.
Try. It's not that bad because there aren't that many holes.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing I think is like whenever there's polls for people, you know, different countries, they'll be like it's local newspapers and stuff will do this often, where there's like some new building is being made in like some historically important area. They'll be like, oh, what do the people want? What kind of architecture styles do you want? Almost always people will vote for like more old school, like beauty-based architecture styles, and then, you know, of course the city will pick some like idiot who's like, yes, it will be glass and steel. And there's this kind of like arrogance with architects where they're like, no, we can't do old things because that's no, we need to do new things. Screw you, you're not artists. I don't care about how you feel about the art. Make it look nice. If you're pandering to like the people because you're just making beautiful buildings, good, you're doing your job. You get paid for this. Stop whining.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
The real question is, who laid it? Not relevant to
Like,
Nicholas'
oh, God.
conversation. The egg. The cybernetic office
The
in
thing is-
India.
The thing is, like, you... Because with art, right? Let's say I make a painting and it's like really ugly.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter. It can go into a gallery. It cannot go into a gallery. It doesn't really matter. No one's like you. No
Wait,
one's
what? It's
forced to
only
see
half
every
an
single
egg?
one.
I'm so disappointed. It's not even the full egg. Oh.
Oh, is this a sliced egg? Oh.
No.
Day ruined.
But is
My
that
day
real?
is ruined, and my
That
disappointment.
looks like a render.
Is it measurable?
Oh, but I think the
I
real
think the top
building's
one's
like
the
that.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom one is like the real
So
one, like
it-
what it actually
so-
looks like.
Is it really? That looks like an artistic render as well.
They're
I
both
don't know.
artistic renders, I
Hmm.
think. Has
See,
this
the
building
whole-
actually been
They're
built?
both ugly.
Yeah, I'm
The
just
whole
thinking.
building is just glass.
I don't think it's been built.
Yes.
At least there aren't any
Also, no
pictures of
privacy,
it built.
you know.
But yeah, I think what Victor was saying, with everything being made out of glass and concrete and steel, that I think buildings have lost texture. There's no ornamental parts outside or any statues or anything like that that you can see really any pillars, or it's just a flat blank wall at most.
I'm gonna make a
Sagrada
big ass-
Familia holding
I'm gonna
up.
be an architect, and I'm
Well,
gonna
I
make
think
a
that's
big ass
because
quadrant
fundamentally,
made out of rock.
buildings have changed like purpose.
Mm-hmm.
In the sense that like or maybe even put it this way, the ways that we no longer have a culture of kind of showing off wealth with like we do like dumb watches or whatever and nice cars, but like we don't do it with buildings and stuff anymore.
They do.
You know,
They
rich
definitely do.
people
Have you
used
seen
to,
those
like,
YouTube videos? I have bought this billion, trillion, quadrillion
no,
dollar
but like
house.
publicly, like the way that like billionaires used to like show off being cool and wealthy was like Carnegie. He made Carnegie Hall. Like he sponsored like a concert hall. That's what's how you like, you know, Jeff Bezos doesn't go around like making like public squares that look pretty, because that's not the way we do it anymore. Rockefeller Center in New York, that's the same thing.
Oh, what happened?
Everyone went quiet.
It was too shocking. the information, ladies and gents.
Boom.
I have discovered that Jeff Bezos has eliminated Nicholas from speaking too rashly of him.
Go.
Now we have lost a fellow member called Nicholas Hakala of
Once it
Finland.
was Amazon, now they made him Amagon.
Mm-hmm. Because he was once in the zone, now he gone.
What?
Carnegie Hall.
Amazon. Get it?
Rockefeller Centers.
But now he gone.
Really,
Yeah,
really nice.
continue to my old point, ignoring Nicholas because he's stupid.
No,
You're what?
Oh, you're back.
he's back.
Sorry. What did I say, Nicholas?
Let's
I
act like that
heard
didn't just happen.
everything.
Let's just act like it didn't happen. Continue, Nicholas, with your cook.
Let him
Yeah, no,
cook.
houses are just a thing that
Carnegie?
like investing in companies
The
make
product
so
is
they can sell
Carnegie?
them off
That
at, like,
dinosaur
ridiculous
made the
prices.
hall himself.
Diplodocus carnica. Oh, I see. Yeah, you just sell them off at ridiculous prices. They don't have to be good because people are desperate to live in like the cities. So why make them pretty? You know, like it's funny, but like genuinely, I kind of want to get like old school aristocrats back because at least they had like a like sort of pride about them. We're like, oh yeah, well of course if we make a thing, it has to look nice. Nowadays, no one cares. Everyone's just an asshole, and they're like, no, I don't care as long as it makes money for me. So I can,
Nicholas, how
you know,
about you
get
become
on
the
the rocket that I
trillionaire?
get to
Yeah,
fly
why
out
aren't
here.
you making buildings, Nicholas?
Yeah. It's me.
I
They
don't
won't let
see
me.
you solving the problem at hand here.
Yeah, Nicholas.
Well, no,
Be
the
me
thing
to
is, the
become the
real
trillionaire.
solution is that you need to make it illegal to build ugly buildings. It literally just you need to like make it law that like in this area of the city you must build in this architectural style. There's no other way because like companies won't do it voluntarily. They're
But
not
who's
gonna be
gonna
like.
grade building like level of ugly? Like if
Then
it,
no
if
one
it's
will
ugly-
Well, no,
build.
like, no, Victor, cities do this in the opposite direction right now. They force people to build modern architecture. They make it illegal to build like pretty buildings. So you can just
Really?
do the thing, but like the other way around. Yeah, most cities have that. They don't want to have like old school buildings. They everything needs to be new and modern and shiny
Oh.
because that's progress. Because city councils are mostly like boomers who have like 5 friends that voted for them. Because young people don't vote. Because young people suck.
Aren't you a young people's?
No.
Yeah.
I'm an
Yes,
old
you
people.
are. You're very young, buddy.
No.
You're like
refuse
2 years
this
old.
I resent this accusation.
You're like a toddler dog. Toddler age.
You're no longer
Anyways,
friends.
I like the tall buildings. They're pretty
I hate the tall buildings. I hope they all collapse.
I hate
cool.
that.
Yep, you heard me.
No, it's just they're like inefficient and they don't actually like okay, Sagrada Familia is an exception because it's pretty. But like most
What about the
buildings
Twin
that are just like
Towers?
let's be tall. No, they're ugly and they're also not
Oh.
there.
One of them is.
Even the Empire State Building is so overrated. But like at least it's like okay.
It's pretty top tier.
Is it true that whenever you enter the
Could've looked
Empire
like-
State Building, it goes dun 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 dun
We're gonna get copyright struck.
What's
Yeah,
that
right.
song
Or
called
amazing.
even? Darth Vader theme song.
Imperial March.
I
Oh,
think
is it on-
Imperial March, is it? Imperial March.
Look, if you're, I think
What happens
that
to
everything should be
Imperial
judged
February?
by like
Shut
Sagrada
up.
Familia. Based on the Sagrada Familia, how much like is it like 50% Sagrada Familia or 70% Sagrada Familia? How much to the Sagrada Familia in beauty is it?
I don't
That's,
even
like,
know
the
what
baseline
Sagrada
for me.
Familia is, dog. You just keep saying the word.
Sacred
It's
Family.
right there.
No, I know what it means. I just know what it is.
Church
It's
right
that
there.
that building that Nicholas sent.
The one above the ugly building.
Where you sent no pictures?
It's the one above the
Oh.
theater, Victor. The church.
What is it? Carnegie Hall.
Yeah.
Basilica.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, everything
Yeah.
can be judged based on this. If it's not like this, then it's not good enough.
I remember you showed me this, Nicholas, and it's still in construction, isn't it?
See
It
that's
it
also
has been for
that's
You
also
can
one of
buy
the
the
problems.
Empire
a
State
few
Building
hundred
for
years.
only 200 euros.
What?
Wait,
The
what?
Lego set.
Oh, this is also one of the problems that probably the government thinks about. There's like, oh, making these cool ass buildings takes too much time and is too expensive compared to making like a, I don't know, a cube with glass.
Tube.
I wonder
Sure,
if
but
anyone's
like,
made that yet, actually.
A cube with glass.
probably, yeah.
A big just cube. No shape at all. Maybe I
All of
shouldn't
our
give them
Alpha would like to know
ideas.
your
There's the Mecca. Does that count?
The Mecca, that's religious
Oh, you
though.
mean like
Like,
the
it's
big
not a
obs-
The
modern building,
Kaaba,
Victor.
the
Come
cube in the middle.
Yeah.
The Kaaba,
Cube.
is it?
Yeah. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Mecca's the city.
Yeah, that's the city.
the whole city. The whole city is one big cube, actually.
No.
I mean, it will be as far as Saudi Arabia is concerned. Like it's so weird. Like Saudi Arabia is like the wealthiest country in the region, but they have like no culture at all. Like it's all just like Americans going there to like go to hotels and like
Mm-hmm.
in like Indian subcontinent bought slaves who like do all the work. And there's like no actual like cultural influence that they have, even though they have like some of the most important holy sites in their whole religion. It's amazing how like little like kind of local organic culture they have.
It's because Saudi Arabia and Dubai have been too westernized.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not like
Mhm.
they're not just like westernized. They don't have a civil society at all. Like there
Yeah.
is no like the whole
Because they're
agreement is
their
that,
whole
like,
thing is backed on selling oil.
the whole agreement for like Saudi Arabian society, the social contract is you keep quiet, you do, you know, whatever you want, but only in the privacy of your own homes, and we'll keep the oil money flowing as long as you don't question the government. And it's
That
like,
money.
you know, that means
That
that you don't
oil.
have art, culture. That means that you don't have, you know, anything worth really looking at or seeing. Like, with that money, Saudi Arabia could build like historical or even just like historicist, like just kind of aping historical trends, like Islamic Golden Age architecture,
Mm-hmm.
and it could be beautiful, and it would be like an
Mhm.
amazing.
Why
like,
is Saudi
historical-
Arabia going to make a cube the height of like the Empire State Building?
Because they're
No.
stupid.
That cannot be real.
It is real. It's gonna have like a
Oh,
mini
no.
globe
Is that
inside of
the-
it.
is that
Oh, it's like a
Neom?
mini city.
What?
What?
Is it Neom? I remember these projects. Like, there's a couple weird Saudi Arabian like dumb projects.
I don't know.
Why does what is the purpose of that?
It's
Cube.
gonna have a city
Being
inside
dumb.
of it.
I think
Why not have a city outside of the cube?
No.
It's a very good question, Victor.
There is a
2
city right
million
outside of
square
that cube.
meters of area, I think. Holy moly.
But, like, they're gonna run out of
Just in
oxygen.
time.
I think maybe. Or is no Neom is a company that makes all these stupid. Okay.
Just going away from the topic of architecture again. I think that all of this money that's being poured into these projects like these, I think it can go into like the well-being and the quality of life for the citizens themselves,
No.
for governments.
They needed to build that Rubik's cube.
Look, side. There's 2 options here.
You're starving because you don't have
One,
enough food
we build
to
a
feed
giant
yourself.
cube. 2, we actually provide welfare to the like workers that are brought from Bangladesh and then aren't paid enough to like be able to afford tickets back to Bangladesh and then get stuck in Saudi Arabia with no jobs or anything.
That sounds. I think make the cube, man.
Yeah. So the decision's pretty evident.
Architecture has been used to like control people before. So I mean, like, I really like Paris's like Haussmannian architecture. It's
Definitely.
after a guy called
The-
Baron Georges Eugene Haussmann, but
Damn.
that hence Haussmann. But It was built by Napoleon III, Napoleon's nephew, specifically to get rid of like Paris's old medieval kind of like small streets, because
Mhm.
people, whenever there was like revolts and riots and whatever, they would barricade the streets. So that's why Paris has these like big boulevards that are huge and you can't really
Yeah.
block them, so that soldiers could march through. You
Oh.
can't just block the like little tiny alleyway because there isn't any left. They're all,
Mhm.
big, huge streets. But like
I
even
love the
even then,
Persian
where it's
streets
like kind of seemingly oppressive like
houses.
architecture, there was still like genuine care for people. Like when they were making parks for children, they literally like found like specific grains of sand that wouldn't like, scratch children's knees when they're like running and like falling over and stuff. Like it's not like they were like
Oh.
being evil about it. They still cared. And that architecture still works to this day. Those water pumps, those gardens and those parks are still around. All this stuff that Saudi Arabia builds, that's not going to be around, 70, 80 years from now. It's definitely not going to be useful. It's going to be like little hunks of
Mm.
iron. It's going to be like those, the Ozymandias, like the little, sort of the half
No,
of a
like
statue left, like
yeah,
feet
this,
standing there,
and then you'll
look upon
only
my
see like
work
the
and
plaque on it.
despair.
Yeah.
It's just, what's left of something that
Mhm.
used to exist because they used to have oil money, which they won't eventually, and then they'll all be
It's
really poor, and it'll be kind of funny, but
Did you
really
guys see
sad.
the news that
it's
Finland is
absolutely
starting
not
to mine lithium?
sustainable.
Finland is starting
What?
what?
To mine lithium.
Mine lithium.
Yeah,
For what? Which reason?
all the good lithium.
For
For-
like batteries.
It's all this like EU like self reliability. It's like it's buy less from China initiative, which seems good to me.
Ah.
Speaking of a place where they don't really care about the architecture, China has so many skyscrapers. Like
I mean,
so
they at least have an excuse. They have a lot of people.
well, they have an excuse, but even then, it's not a very good excuse because they're still not very like the average person in China like owns at least one home or more. So like, yeah, you have lots of houses, but people have more than one house. So like, unnecessary amounts of houses.
What about that one city that was like really compact together? And it was like one of those rugged cities.
Kowloon Wall City.
I think so.
I remember that.
I remember
Isn't it
watching
Yeah,
a
well, that's like a
documentary
super
about it.
slum. That's just like a giga slum. I don't think that's like.
Giga slum.
Yeah, it's just like an evolved slum. It's like Coruscant, but like on Earth, real life.
Coruscant.
But just the under levels, like in Star Wars, they have like
No.
the top levels are like the nice
Mhm.
places, and then you go lower and lower, and it gets worse. It's literally like just the lower
Underground.
levels of Coruscant, but like an entire city where people actually live, and it's really sad.
Ah. And you see so many buildings being built in China, but so many of them are not lived in. They're mostly just ghost towns and ghost cities.
It's all like speculative investment. This again, it comes back to the problem, the real problem. Investors, when housing becomes an investment thing, you start stripping all the extra off of it. Yeah, we could have
Mhm.
ornamentation, but since this is a financial investment, like purely, I don't really care. Let's get rid of it. And then, slowly, feature after feature gets stripped off until there's just the bare bones of a building left.
It's so sad to see.
Bare
Like the
bones.
buildings they look really nice here, but then the streets, like
It's just
there's not
because
even
the
a street.
law
There's no,
own the
there's
building
no
and then be like, yeah,
roads.
I own a building. Because like China has had like a huge housing boom for a long while because of population growth.
Now they
So
have a bunch of
companies-
empty houses now, don't they?
Yeah, now it's all gone to like huge shit, and everything's going like badly, really badly for these like big housing companies, like housing producers. I don't know, like house builder companies, because they took massive loans on the assumption that the housing bubble is going to continue to grow bigger. People are going to continue buying houses,
Oh.
so you take loan money to build houses, and then now they can't pay that money back. The banks are all screwed. The companies are all screwed.
The world
It's
is
really-
ending.
Yeah, it's all over. It's so Jover.
So Joker with all the humans involved. But yeah, I think some buildings nowadays do a good job.
Mm.
No,
Or do
Well,
they?
of
not
course,
most.
buildings should also be
Mm,
practical. We'd be talking about like what they look like. Of course, they should
Yeah,
also
they
be
need to be
good buildings.
practical.
But
definitely.
like the thing is, most of the time, the old buildings are still better. Like maybe they have like issues with like insulation or heating sometimes. But when it's like a solid brick building, you don't get disturbed by your neighbors. You you know you like nowadays
Mm,
there's a lot of buildings that we have like where they were built in the 70s or 80s and they're like really moldy. But like buildings that are older than that, they don't have those issues.
Hmm.
It turns out that like good quality buildings made by people who actually like are artisan craftsmen of their like art. They're people who have been working in the like thing for like decades. They know what they're doing, and
mm,
some prefabricated concrete nonsense isn't actually that good,
mhm.
and
Mm.
it's ugly, which does matter.
Mm. Mm.
Ooh, we haven't talked about this, but I also love Japanese architecture.
Mm.
I've been
They
looking
they used
at
they didn't have much iron deposits, so they resorted to
mhm,
using techniques revolving around just like wood. How can they
really.
connect wood blocks to
Yeah,
each
I
other?
love seeing those.
So they
For
like cut up.
Dove, I
They
think.
really well. They made a really good technique in making the wood like be connected together,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
like a
It's
really
like
strong method.
amazing, like
Yeah, it's like
woodcraft.
it's better
Yeah,
than most like buildings. Well, not most buildings, but
It's
like
actually
really
like this is the thing though, and I'm gonna
really
say this
good.
now.
Yeah,
This is like
compared
probably a little
to modern
controversial
day.
for some people. I really like the like kind of more like town village Japanese architecture, but I gotta
Me
say I
too.
don't like Tokyo, kind of
no,
like
Tokyo
the
is
big
so bad.
screens with like the
Mm.
lights and the like advertisements. I
Oh,
hate that. I hate
neon.
that
Bro,
Mm-hmm.
apparently
Oh,
like
so much.
the big
the
screens on every building.
each
Mm-hmm.
I
person
hate
has like
Like Times Square.
how many? I'm pretty sure it's like each person that lives there is an average has an average of like 6 meters squared or something of space.
Ooh.
That one guy with like a huge mansion single-handedly raising the average.
And people that will of course say, yeah, but there's tons of people who live here. We need to, pack it up. That's why we need to have all these big skyscrapers. Okay, fine. But like, there's always like space waste when it comes to traffic. And okay, admittedly, in that sense, Japan does do relatively well because they do have pretty robust public transportation. Um, so that's like good things. Like, there's still more that could be done probably to eliminate, cars. But I'm sure like
Did you
Mitsubishi
say
would be
cars
happy
or
about
czars?
both.
Jars.
The Russian
Eliminate
oligarchy.
czars. I support the elimination of all of them. But
No,
yeah,
the
this is
numbers I
also
made
why
was
a
completely
lot of
made up.
German cities, like Central European, especially I think also in like
What
Czechia,
numbers you made?
like
The 6 meter squared I just
Oh,
I think there was
bruh.
pure
a decision by the
dog
Pure
water.
council or something,
tomfoolery.
Yeah.
where they like decided that like you're not allowed to have like bicycle lanes because they're evil.
Where?
Because
In Germany?
like tons of Central European like city councils again, because city councils are like old boomers. They're owned by like basically like car company stands who either like directly or indirectly or like basically just working to help car companies keep like everyone dependent on car infrastructure. No, we won't build proper public transportation because that's evil. Because then BMW won't be able to sell enough cars or something.
Hmm.
This is why, generally speaking, the French actually do better on public transportation. I think is because they don't have as many like important national car manufacturers.
Mm.
But the Germans just don't like investing in their infrastructure generally because they're kind of stupid.
No.
What's some like notable types of architectures around the world? We talked about the Japanese ones.
What is romantic? What is romanticist architecture? Now I'm actually like
Ooh.
Romanticist.
I saw Baroque architecture in that.
Baroque is
Baroque
pretty good.
architecture.
Yeah, it's very,
It's
very.
actually Baroque.
The Rock.
Yep.
I love The Rock.
He made every single Baroque building by hand.
Mhm. That's where all his
Muscles-
weightlifting and
Yeah.
bodybuilding
He doesn't
from.
actually go to the gym or anything. He just builds buildings solo. So he has to lift all the weights and stuff.
No
Mhm.
wonder
He
he's
is
so
the
buff.
heavy machinery. Yeah.
They call the construction company.
Now
It's just
that
one
the
man.
Baroque style is like dead, he has more time to be in like movies and stuff.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
But every once in a while, someone needs to build like a Baroque building, so they call him.
Hey, call Mr. Rock. Mr. The Rock.
Mr.
Baroque.
Mr. Mr. The Rock.
The Rock fantasy.
Ah, so I think the the Palace of Versailles is Baroque.
I'm pretty
sure
Yeah.
No, it's the Palace of Versailles.
Like London, like Adventure is also romanticism texture.
Yeah, there's some romanticism, I think, with like London, like some of the bigger like landmarks.
London. Who doesn't love a little bit of London?
Oh, there's that one building in London,
There's many buildings in London.
that reflects
No, there's one.
the sunlight, and it like burned. It can burn up to like very high temperatures.
That
I
ain't
want to
good.
see this. Uh-huh.
I like the
On
old
what side?
style, like more Baroque style buildings that are actually like colorful because they look nice, but
Yeah.
seeing like brown and gray for so long can get a bit dulling.
I do like the city. What's that one city in Italy that has like a lot of water?
Venice,
Venice.
Yeah,
that's
I
the
like it.
picture I sent.
yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
It's like
Yeah, Venice is.
there's a level of like joy and like I don't know what
Why
it
Venice is
why the-
disappearing?
But yeah, Venice is all gone, so that's
Venice is gonna disappear because of the water levels and shit, right?
Yeah.
yeah. Because the Italians can't build like proper
Dams.
dams because they're stupid.
Damn, Daniel. Not even a chuckle, guys. Come on. Pure silence.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's
No one's
devastating.
saying
I'm looking at this building here, and yeah, there is this curved building in London.
My
But-
joke was that devastating that everyone went silent for 10 seconds.
What was your joke?
Skyscraper that cars.
Don't worry about it.
and it
Okay.
reflects
What a
sunlight
dazzler.
That's so
and
ugly.
concentrates it so much that it can melt
The Shard.
cars.
Another one of these like
What's the?
London, like
That's bad.
glass buildings.
That's
Did
not
a
they-
good
Did they not think this through?
Because of its curved
Yeah,
shape.
yeah, I
I don't
realized.
know.
But that's bad. You don't want to burn cars.
That
They
is
do.
no, you do not want to. That
This
is
guy had like some
Like a-
lifelong grudge, and he was against some guy, so he designed this building to specifically melt his car. It's
And then like the
oh,
guy comes over, like,
Yeah. the
the
apartment to
it
the
just melts.
opposite side, like on the other side of the street, is the guy's house, and he made that building so it melt his car when he parked it there.
Mhm. They know exactly where that person lives. Just out of spite, made that building.
Why is this like this?
This is just like
And it's
the
called
sun is the deadly
Gherkin,
laser.
by the way.
What is this?
The Gherkin.
The gherkin?
Yeah.
Gherkin.
I
Wait.
have no idea.
Wait.
Suspicious
Oh,
of
it's that building. Isn't this in like England? Where is this?
London.
What about the big Jesus in São Paulo?
I approve of Big Jesus.
Is that architecture or is that just art? Because it's a statue.
It's architecture.
Well, it's still architecture.
It's Death Ray skyscraper is wreaking havoc on London. It's like this unstoppable force. It like melts everyone that passes by. Like
Just like
it's
it
slowly
has
drilling a hole into the ground.
it has a death rate of like
Mm,
a lot.
a Death Star.
Literally makes the sun a deadly laser.
Hmm. But Venice is a feat of engineering on its own, I think.
Oh wait, it also has
Wonderful.
like this downdraft wind effect.
Oh wow, still on
This building is
the
literally like a
Walkie-Talkie
terrorist
tower.
building.
How is this approved? Is my question. Like, who in their right mind will say, yeah, this laser building would do well with the
Laser.
public?
I wonder how it's still well. I suppose you cannot really change anything about it now, but
You could take it down. You could like demolish the building, get a big wreck through and blow it up.
Ironically, you can burn it down.
That would be funny.
See, I'm a funny man with funny,
Like,
funny
poetically
words.
correct.
It was
man.
initially going to be 200 meters tall, but then it got scaled down. That's hard. Imagine it can like
No.
burn buildings all the way on the other side of the city.
It might as well be. It might as well be a dome that like spins around the whole city and like delivers like a big ass electron beam
Oh.
across, and then like just kills everyone.
What?
Just like a big
No.
dome across the whole city of London.
Oh.
And there's just like one big ass laser that's like 5 kilometers wide. Vroom, vroom. See,
I'm
if
not sure that it would be that bad in London.
if I was an architect and I had a lot of money, I would make the pipes.
They demolished this building to build a death ray. I mean, sure, it doesn't look pretty either, but like, at least it works.
I would make the pipes to the moon.
I know it had like a garden.
moon
on the top or
elevator.
something.
That goes to Mars as well, Victor.
I agree. It's still ugly, but it's better than what the next building was.
That would be the
How-
dream.
Wait, but this was demolished? Uh-huh. So there's a
The
possibility.
building won the Copernical Cup in 2015, awarded by Building Design magazine to the worst new building in the UK during the previous year.
True, correct.
It is a challenge finding anyone who has something positive to say about this building. Well, says Thomas Lane, chairman of the jury that decided the prize, whilst the town planner at the nearby Royal Town Planning Institute described the building as a daily reminder to never let such a planning disaster ever happen again.
Oh god.
Can we like lynch
A
bad
reminder.
architects?
Solar glare problem. During the building's construction, it was discovered
Was
that
it-
for a period of
was
up to
it-
2 hours each day, if the sun shines directly onto the building, it acts as a concave mirror and focuses light onto
So-
the streets. of
Are you
the
telling me they
south.
didn't realize this?
Spot temperatures readings at street level, including up to 91 Celsius and 117 Celsius, were observed.
Ain't
During
no
summer-
way
So
to
they're
boil water.
so they're telling me
no.
like they couldn't even like they didn't even think about like, oh, we're making a mirror building. But there's no consequences to that, right, guys? And it's kind of like a concave shape, you know. I know how it is when they like focus light into one specific area.
Apparently
Nah,
scorched
sure,
cars.
fine.
Someone cooked like an egg there, and then it burned someone's doormat.
No.
It was called the fry scraper. Nickname.
Bro, this building sucks ass.
Terrorizing people's lives.
Yeah, just ruining people's lives.
And now they have to
Like-
put like a sign. Oh, they had to make a screening. Don't park your cars in front of the death ray.
What if they
Before,
just got rid of
Mm.
the death ray building, huh? Instead of like telling other people to not like, huh? What you know, maybe.
long time ago,
Wait.
architecture was just bad and
The
looked
building's
ugly.
architect, Rafael Vignoli, also designed the Vdara Hotel in Las Vegas, which had a similar sunlight
Oh, no.
reflection problem that some employees
Oh.
called the Vdara death ray. The glass has since been covered in non-reflective film. Bro, can this guy
Oh.
stop making concave mirror buildings?
Wait, no. He did
He's
the
literally
same
ruining
thing
the lives
in
of
Yeah.
another.
He's doing this
Oh.
purposely.
Oh,
Yeah.
He
okay.
just wants chaos.
Something.
Before,
Guys.
or-
men can't be bargained with. They don't want anything logical.
A
like
long-
money.
long time ago, architecture just used to be bad and made bad by architects. But nowadays, they're made to destroy. They're made to kill.
Doofenshmirtz evil
War.
incorporated
Literally always
building.
Wind tunnel
how the
effect.
building is.
In July 2015, the building was criticized for having an unexpected impact on wind strength at street level. The City of London Corporation received an increased number of complaints about Gerald's around 20 Fenchurch Street, that's where the building is, following its completion. The corporation head of design, Gwyn Richards, said the wind outcome at street level experienced post-construction on number of projects differs somewhat to the conditions we were expecting. Oh, okay.
Yada yada.
I was
Basically,
expecting it to
messing
say
with-
like it knocked people over or something.
If I was an architect, I would make a building really tall, and then I would make a grenade launcher like rotate around 360 degrees around and shoot at random velocities.
Victor,
And then
you can't do
It,
that.
it would land on the ground and explode in random places.
That's what grenades do.
I don't know if that's a building
That's
anymore.
weird.
That's a weapon. That's a
he made a-
weapon.
He made a stun laser. I can make my grenade launcher.
Well, at least the sun laser isn't obvious and only happens like sometimes.
Well, my one
Okay, guys,
only
I think
happens
we're drifting
sometimes.
Away from the point here.
But it's like intentional.
It's not intention. I don't mean to hurt anyone.
Wait, so what are the grenades for then?
This is just for
Just
big
for
booms.
the lols. It's an artistic thing.
It's all part of. They're not even real grenades. They're
Okay, I
made.
think this is where we call
fake.
it quits,
Well,
guys.
fake.
This is evidence that we have exhausted this topic, and now we're talking about grenade launcher morality.
Oh yeah. Maybe we should put an end to this episode.
We should put an end to this all.
Yeah.
No.
Put it down.
But
Alright, guys.
looking at before we went to this walkie-talkie tower.
The Doofenshmirtz Tower.
That's a pretty
that
good
that
build.
as well.
Like compared to the buildings we've seen before, the Doofenshmirtz building doesn't look half bad.
No, not at all. It actually looks.
This
I don't
is
know
one of
how-
the top 10 most dangerous buildings in the world. House on stilts.
That's like the Baba Yaga house.
Oh, it is. It starts walking at night.
Have you guys seen the city that's like in like it's all on the mountain cliff?
Ooh. Oh, I seen them. It's like, is it the ones that are carved into the mountain?
Yeah,
Those are really cool.
The what?
But those are ancient cities that were carved into mountains, I think.
it's like in between like two like valleys,
Ah,
but between a valley, I can't find
I
it.
don't get how this building is the most dangerous. The Sutyagin house in Russia.
Because everyone just like yippee, and they just all fall off.
Maybe everyone just
What's-
slips.
Isn't there like that one building where you like jump in Japan where you like do like a prayer and then you jump?
wait,
then-
what?
Sutyagin
Really
house was a
jump
wooden house
too?
built by Russian
like-
businessman Nikolai Petrovich
You just jump.
Sutyagin
like,
over a
the
time
ground
span of
really
15
fall.
years. Even though the building only had 2 stories, the roof spanned 11 to 15 stories more, making it the world's, or at least Russia's, highest wooden house. In 2008, the tower was condemned a fire hazard, and part of it was pulled down by the local government. The
This
remaining
one.
4-story structure ironically burned to the ground on May 6, 2012.
No.
It looks like some weird fairy tale thing. It looks like the Hello Neighbor house.
No, it really does.
Kind of does.
I'm so sorry with all that scaffolding and things jutting out from the building. Oh no.
The practice was that basically, do you see that building there?
The one in the
I see.
picture you said?
Yeah. Basically, they would pray inside, like they would do some like type of prayer,
Mhm.
and then they would jump off that ledge, 13 meters,
Oh,
Wait,
to like make their like wish come through, their
No.
prayer.
okay. Does
That's
anyone
That's how it worked back in the day. But now it's banned.
Oh, fair.
But that was like the original idea. You jump
No.
off 13
This-
meters.
No.
I think a few people died, but we don't talk about that. Oh, it's literally called to take the plunge building or something.
This building.
Or like the expression.
The Leaning Tower of Pizza is the second most dangerous structure in the world,
Why?
according to this random website. And the most dangerous is the Capitol
the Leaning
Gates
Tower of Pisa is
skyscraper.
cool. Like that's really cool. Like structure
It
and
is.
architecture.
It is really cool. That is.
But, and then we compare it to like the fucking
Yes.
laser building.
Pizza.
Yeah, like there's a ways to make towers that look nice, and it's not what most people do.
Mm-hmm. Did they mean to make it like lean?
No, they didn't. It
No.
was because the foundation was made of like unstable limestone. It started leaning, and then in like 1960s or something, the government tried to unlean it by injecting concrete below, but they made it lean even more, and now it technically shouldn't even be standing upright. It should have fallen like at this point,
Wow.
but it's
Italian
still
magic.
kicking.
Is holding
Italian
it up
magic.
right
Yeah. There is just.
There'll be just one day where we all wake up and then like we look on the news. Leaning Tower Pizza has
It will
this
be a
all over
sad day.
leaning. The leaning has fallen.
London Bridge has fallen down.
Alright guys, I think this is a
Yeah.
pretty good place to end it. I think we've researched everything.
the Leaning
We
Tower
don't
of
really have a
Pisa.
conclusion.
Our conclusion is that
This
don't
ended
do
up
laser
more being
buildings.
about architecture in general rather than new versus old, but whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. Anyways, just one lesson to take from
Weird
this.
architecture.
Don't do laser buildings, please.
Think about the consequences of your architecture.
Yeah, don't do concave for your future architects or current architects. Don't do that. Bad. Very
Yeah,
bad.
just
That's
big
evil, yeah,
concave
don't do
glass
that.
facades. Don't do that.
Do more of the like, I don't know. What's a good
Witty.
Doofenshmirtz buildings?
Make it
Yeah, make
Doofenshmirtz evilly.
Doofenshmirtz. Someone make that now.
Yeah,
Okay.
make that.
Thanks for
Make like-
listening, or everybody.
Make like an opposite leaning tower of Pisa building. Make a really straight tower of Pisa. There you go.
Then
That's
that's
your
just boring.
next job. Well, at least it's straight.
Okay.
make a
Thanks for-
180-degree tower of pizza.
All right. See ya
Okay.
later, ladies and gents.
Thanks for listening,
watching.
everybody. Remember to
Alright.
like and sub. Just kidding. We don't need to say that. We have an outro. Okay. Bye,
Thanks
everyone.
so much for
See ya
tuning in.
Thursday.
Bye bye.
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 See you.